Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing well, as always. This week, y'all saw the title, you know what's going on. I got a bookshelf tour. Okay, and it's the bookshelf that I always have behind me that you guys kind of always see. It's pretty small, but this is my personal collection. It's literally just 2 shelves, and it's very kind of like artwork based, and basically me keeping some of the books that I feel like I will definitely read in the future. Otherwise, whenever I get a book, I have a tendency to kind of just give it away after I read it. I don't know why, I'm just like that. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna have a huge library when I'm older. Wow, I am older. When I own a home, whenever that might be. But anyways, I'm gonna go through these with you. I'm not gonna quite go through every single book. I might show you too kind of like my historical romance collection, which is pretty extensive, I won't lie. I thought back in the day, well really a year ago, I thought it was gonna be a mystery box girly where you could like get a mystery box of historicals and have a bunch of artsy ones, but I never ended up following through on that. So now I just have an enormous collection that's kind of just spread all throughout my apartment. But anyways, why don't we just get into this extensive collection here? All right, so this is my historical romance shelf, all of the artsy fartsy covers. I kind of have an obsession with like the 80s, 90s, 70s sort of covers. All the stuff I really like is more modern, but I'm obsessed with these covers. I basically kind of just display them and I'll kind of change out the cover art every once in a while. So since it's spooky season, I have more of these sort of blue tones here. The Love Me Marietta, by the way, the Jennifer Wilde one you see, I'm obsessed really just because of her face. She really looks like she doesn't want anything to do with this guy, and I just really appreciate that. Sometimes we just need something funny like this, okay? It makes me happy. I'm simple. But anyways, behind it, I just have more. These are all of the books, again, that are still artsy fartsy that I'll display. Like, I used to have Poppy up all the time because I'm obsessed with this chick. Her face, her eyes, obsessed with it. These are just some more, the colors are really just something that I'm obsessed with when it comes with old sort of artsy fartsy covers. Just the kind of color palettes that used to be used is just so top notch. Like, this is just gorgeous. The pinks, the blues, the pastels, the deep tones, the jewel tones in this one. You don't get this anymore, man. And this one, the Black Rose, this is like more of that engraved or embossed style, really. This is one of my all-time favorite covers, but it's also because she's literally wearing man's garb and she's basically a highwayman of her own accord. So I also love it for the woman too. But I also do have a couple of these books where basically the inside is really where all the action is. And this one, man, oh my god, the freaking water glistening off of his body. The artist is amazing. But yeah, I have a couple of the step back stuff too, but I do have a lot of covers because I like to display them on this bookshelf, like this Spellbound one. This actually, I have quite a few of these. This is a first print, so I do thrift all my books, but I have a lot of first prints. And then this one, oh my god, this is like from the 70s. I'm obsessed. This feels like an old vintage movie cover. I want all of these. There's so many vintage ones that I don't think I'd like the story, but the covers like that one are just banging. So, yeah, that's my historical romance shelf, my personal one. But this here, this is all my kind of like fantasy romance, but a lot of them are dark. As you can tell, this is pretty much an all black shelf. But this first one, you might have heard me talking about it, The Wicked and the Willing. I still haven't finished it because this is a true literary story. This isn't about the steam, but the cover was just so pretty that I had to have it. And then this, it's slightly different than the last one. It's all Camelot, so like Arthur, the Round Table, but it has that vellum cover, so that blackness pops more. Whereas this one, the Bound and Barbed, you can see that there's this shine, which isn't bad, but I really do prefer the vellum, you guys. Like this one, Kiss of Iron. Oh my god, there's something about it, that matte quality, that almost feels darker, that I really appreciate. But anyways, this one, Cute But Psycho, I just found it. I'm reading it now. The beginning literally is fantastic. It's a long book, but the first sentence here, I was staring at 4 dead bodies suspended upside down by meat hooks. Okay, I'm in. And then this next one, Knights of Iron and Ink. Again, I'm bummed that it's a shiny cover, but I'm obsessed with this damn cover. Like the colors in it, the artist, they kicked ass on this. Like, this is a total instant cover buy. King of Battle and Blood, I just appreciated the monsters, so I'm keeping it, but I had my own issues with it. But anyways, moving on. This is Madame Leota, if you saw my last sort of like bookshelf art video. But I have her. She's just kind of sitting in front of some more artwork here, but I'm obsessed with this, so I'll tell you more. So this is just a piece of artwork. This is a print that I bought. His name's Hayden Evans, so company Hayden Evans Art. I'm obsessed with him. He's really great. You can follow him on Instagram. I believe he also still has an Etsy. He has a lot of fun stuff. And he's very much like me in the sense of I really love pop culture stuff. I love pop culture movies, music, whatever. And I'm more of a dark girly, so Tim Burton Catwoman. Hello. So does it work with books? No, but I like it, so it's on my shelf. But I love this thing. You should go check out Hayden Evans. He's amazing. But anyways, back to the books. So I have a couple hardbacks here. It's all the Kingdom of the Wicked series, which I have not read yet. But then I have Trick, which isn't a hardback, but I still need to finish it. I have it off to the side. It's about a court jester, by the way. It's not bad, just long. Speaking of art, I also have an entire shelf of these purses that I painted a while ago. That I'm actually very proud of. In the moment after I finished them, I didn't think they were very good. But now I see them and I really like them. So I like to have them just to kind of inspire me. Like I have Nosferatu. He's very in season right now. I love him. You might recognize him if he's a Patroni. He's definitely one of the freebies that I give. And then I have like backs and stuff too. In case you guys don't know, I'm very creative. I like to kind of do creative projects, and that's one thing that I really enjoy is purses. So I like to paint on canvas and turn it into a purse and scare children. That's what Cruella does back here. She scares children and oddly enough men. So that's kind of great. I like that because I'm a disturbed individual, as you guys probably know. But yeah, I have Cruella, I have Nosferatu, and then I also have Yzma back here. And then up top, I kind of have a blend of Dr. Facilier and Jafar. It was just supposed to be Dr. Facilier, but I got carried away. But anyways, speaking of more art, I have Pops, which obviously this isn't art that I made, but my husband got me a Cruella to match that purse. But my brother, I have a family full of artists really, and it's funny because I used to never think I was an artist. I always thought I was the scientist, but I do have a family full of artists. He basically got me Dr. Facilier the Pop, all right? And then he made this case to go around it that's very on theme. He did this all by hand. Look how amazing that is. And now it's this. So I'm obsessed with that. I kind of want to do something for Cruella, or maybe I could ask him to do it for me. I'll pay him. But yeah, I think these are really cool. And it's nice having like little family things on here to also see their creativity. So I like having all this. It's little knick-knack stuff, which I feel like a lot of book people have. I just kind of like to make mine, I guess, a little bit more art. Maybe that I've made. I'm not trying to crap on anybody, by the way. If that's how that sounded, that's not what I meant. But I really like to mix artwork with books for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because I'm obsessed with book covers and their art that I kind of like to mix it all together. But that's where my brain's at. Obviously, I also have my Halloween decorations. If you guys saw that video, then you know. I have this jar that I thrifted, which I'm not gonna pull out because it's very heavy, but it reminds me of Beetlejuice. And I love Tim Burton, so it's on the shelf. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm a weirdo. But that's really what the bookshelf is. It's not a lot, but it's very me. And I guess each bookshelf, you know, it's very uniquely its own owner, if you will. But that's how I set it up. Again, it's very much me being obsessed with art. All right, which speaking of, I'm not quite done and there is some more art to be had, and that's with Fabio. So let's go over to the Fabio shelf. All right, so my glorious Fabio shelf. I'm obsessed with this. I literally have his whole collection of all the books that he technically wrote, in air quotes, let's say. But of course, the covers are banging. But I had to make something that kind of like went along with everything, so I made a Funko Pop of him standing over I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. He's got an amazing six-pack. He's got some panties, a bra set, and some boxers thrown at him. I mean, come on. Can anything be more Fabio? I don't know. But I do love this. Sometimes you just have to make the most perfect thing. you know? But I have a video of this if you want to check it out. But yeah. Anyways, I have some more historical romance. Again, artsy fartsy in the front. These are all hardcovers I found. But behind them, these are all of my more modern books with modern covers that I absolutely love and I won't get rid of. So I just kind of hide them in the back because I like the vintage covers actually being front and center. But I do keep books, just only a couple. But anyways, this shelf, this is actually a bunch of historical romance, like I mentioned in the beginning, where I planned on kind of being a mystery box historical romance girly. These would be some of the books that could go in there. So I do have them displayed because they are artsy. So sometimes I go through these and keep them for myself. And then lastly, I wasn't going to discuss this, but I have more art books, just the stuff that I really love. So I have a lot of Disney-based things, as you can guess. I love Disney, so I have a lot of their stuff from their olden times. But that's really it. Okie doke, all done. I hope you guys liked that. I didn't really realize how personal a bookshelf tour kind of is, but I feel like you got a good reflection of who I am. You can likely see that I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but you can see what I adore, what I like to keep near me as I read or I edit, things like that, the things I like to focus on. But yeah, I hope you liked it. I didn't really know what I was doing while I was making this, but that's okay. You learn every day. But anyways, I will catch you guys next week. I think I might do a beginner's guide for dark romance, by the way, because as I was looking at my shelf, I was really thinking about how I don't really think a lot of people know how broad the dark romance umbrella really is. We have a tendency because of marketing right now and trends to think it's one very specific subgenre when it's much wider, okay? You might really like it. I feel like I could give you an avenue where you are going to enjoy it. So I think a beginner's guide is gonna come at you next week. But anyways, I'll talk about more about that then. I'll stop jib-jabbing. I need to go anyways, but I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.